Hello. Welcome to a random stream that is random. Hello, Jay Blair. Let me switch on this over here. So, I'm trying something new. Not crazy new, but I wanted to do something where, like, I have so many games that I've like bought over the years and just never touched them because it's never like piqued my interest to actually like sit down and play them, or I'm just busy, or simply just like just other things come up. And so what I wanted to do is I wanted to at least play one game for each letter of the alphabet that is available to me. And do at least one stream per letter. And if I like really into the game, then I'll just keep playing it. But like, I just want to like say that, hey Rodent, how's it going? Yeah, I just want to say that I like have played it. Right? So the first one we're going to do, I picked from my category of games beginning with A that I have never played, is a game called Arkham Horror. Mother's Embrace. It is a turn-based combat, kind of like mystery horror-esque type thing set in a Victorian mansion. Arkham Horror, obviously Lovecraftian, and so I thought that would be a good start. So we're gonna start by giving this a go and seeing if it's fun. You know, when you're just sitting there and you're just like, I've got so many games that I've just never played that I'm like, this, I need to change this. I need to be like, at least say that I've tried it, you know? So, what is this? Oh, it went right with the tutorial, Your Investigator. Welcome to Arkham Horror Mother's Embrace. Who will be your investigator for this new adventure? So we have Harvey Walters, the professor, 45% mental resistance. He has increased range of the group's magic and ranged attacks. He can use search. Combat. Initiative is weak, melee is weak, range is average, magic is average. Traumas include being inaccurate, algophobia, and self-mutilation. Okay.
Move aside, boys. It's my turn.
Jenny Barnes. Do what I want. Jenny cannot be inflicted with the restraint condition. Investigation, physical. Initiative, average, melee, average, range, strong, magic, weak. Traumas include daydreaming, she's inaccurate, and algophobia.
That's my cue to play.
Jim Culver, musician. Oh, wait, hold on.
Move aside, boys.
50% resistance.
That's my cue to play.
He's 75% mental resistance. Jim increases the group's members' mental resistance. When you strong, average. It's pretty good.
I'm ready to investigate.
Kate Winthrop. Has a reduced chance of triggering traumas during investigations. Weak, average.
I'm prepared.
Safina Rousseau, painter. Safina heals her group more when using heal items or spells. Manual and social weak, average.
It's my time in the spotlight.
Mental resistance 60%. William has more chance of resist negative condition effects. Strong, average.
I heed the Lord's call.
Zoe Samaras, the cook. Mental resistance 75%. Zoe's melee attack deals more damage. Strong, average, weak.
It's my time in the spotlight.
That's my.
Move aside, boys.
That's my cue to play.
It's
I'm looking
my
at William
time in the
Yorick,
spotlight.
I heed.
Zoe,
I'm ready to investigate.
or
That's my cue to play.
Jim Culver. See, Jim Culver plays his trumpet at Velma's diner. He inherited the instrument from his father, who played at nightclubs I visited in my younger days. From what I've heard, Jim's father passed long ago, not only the trumpet, but also his talent. Of course, people exaggerate, but the gossip is that Jim's playing made the widow Jenkins leap out of her coffin and dance her own funeral. Nonsense, of course, but that is the sort of story that makes the more superstitious residents of Arkham avoid Velma's diner when he's playing.
I'm ready.
It's my time in the
William
spotlight.
Yorick has long desired to make a name for himself on the stage. Alas, having seen him in a performance of the Scottish play, I fear he shall never distinguish himself on the boards. To earn a living, he turned to work as a gravedigger, and no one can say he shies away from hard labor. Someday, however, in the lonely hours after a funeral, William performs scenes for the dead. Whether or not they appreciate his performance, no one living can say.
I heed the Lord's call.
Zoe, such a tragic life Zoe Samaras has lived. She was only 6 years old when her parents perished in a fire. Thankfully, her embrace of religion gave her the strength she needed to persevere. She has made a decent living for herself as a chef, but there are persistent rumors that she believes the Lord speaks directly to her, encouraging her to combat the wicked after hours. I hope for her sake that this is only pernicious gossip, but no one can question her sense of judgment.
It's my time in the spotlight.
That's my.
Move aside, boys.
There's no time like the present.
Move aside, boys.
There's no time like the present.
Move aside, boys.
That's my cue to play.
I'm ready to.
I'm prepared.
It's my time in the spotlight.
I'm going to go with William Yorick. The Gravedigger. Shrewd advice. Are you lost? Check the map. Thank you. Thank you, game.
Allow me to introduce myself.
Game's loud. Hold on.
I am Wilhelmina Tillinghurst, Professor of Astronomy at Miskatonic University. All my life, I have dedicated myself to the study of celestial objects.
Ooh.
Most recently, I visited Louisiana to observe the passage of a comet I had observed for many years. I hoped the trip would provide me with the evidence required to conclude my decades-long research. Yesterday, you received my telegram requesting that you meet me at my house, just outside Arkham. And so, you've decided to join me in my mansion.
Okay.
The estimable professor suggested a desire to organize a theatrical extravaganza. At last, a patroness who recognizes my talent.
Welcome to my mansion, my friend.
I'd better ring the bell.
Wait, she said welcome. Moving. Yep, yeah, we got that.
Oh, answer me. Wait, Hamlet's talking to a ghost in that one. Bad choice.
How rude of me to make you wait like this. I wonder whether something's wrong.
Got quiet now.
There's a light coming from that second floor window. Well, she must be home. Let the doors be shut upon him, that he may play the fool nowhere but in his own house. Or I could just let myself in.
Oh, was that a good idea? Each scenario has a set of specific objectives to complete to progress to the next scenario. These objectives are displayed in your notebook and are updated as you complete them. Find a way in. There's no answer at the door, but one of the second floor lights is turned on. Magnifying glass is an... From the perspective of Martha Wayne's short game. As you've tested before, the front door is locked. Seems to be locked from the inside. Hey, Adam. This is definitely Professor Tillergast's car. The engine appears to be cold. The ornament seems to be used as a roundabout for vehicles. Here stands the car in which you arrived. Before leaving, you should meet Professor Tillergast. A box beneath the first floor window seems to invite you to take a way inside. It looks to be shut tight.
It's no problem to reach the window, but it's shut tight. I'd need to smash the glass to get inside.
I don't think I should be doing that in someone's home.
I hope you aren't thinking what I fear you're thinking.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. Why would I do that?
What I need is something heavy.
I've been
to smash this
invited.
with.
I don't need to break in. Wait a second. Nice. Right. Sorry. I don't want to break in. This. Why would I do that? What's this? It's very dark. Cellar door. The basement must be behind this trap door, but you have no reason to go in there. The professor's waiting for you. The gate is shut. You came in from the other side. The countryside here would be lovely for a long walk, whether the weather was fine. Not like today. Greenhouse. You can see beautiful flowers in the greenhouse. Professor Tillergast must be a passionate gardener. Might as well check. Okay, shut. You came from the... Oh, okay. Man, I don't want to break into the house. I got invited. Complex interactions. Some interactions with objects may ask you to choose the best action out of several possible actions. Those are called complex actions. Wheelbarrow. A wheelbarrow stands abandoned in the lawn. Perhaps you'll find something to help you break the window. Look through. Inside the wheelbarrow, you find a heavy pair of bolt cutters. Just the thing for smashing a window. Guess I'm doing it.
dare you smashed my window. I hope you intend to have it replaced.
What light through yonder window breaks? It is my elbow! Ouch! Now, where is the professor?
She like in our head or something? Piano. Beautiful piano. You don't recall the professor mentioning that she could play. Judging from the dust on the instrument, I doubt it's seen much use. Excuse me. Comet painting. A large painting of a comet hurtling through the night sky. It seems the professor's interest in astronomy coloured her taste in art as well. Like Jeannie's piano. What wasn't she gonna do one soon?
Broken vase. The professor must have heard it fall.
Hey, Bob.
She wouldn't have just left it here.
I'll find it.
I certainly would not. I take pride in a clean and tidy abode, especially when expecting visitors.
I'd better find her.
Excuse me. She said Gundam instead. But at least you know it's like on the list, right? It's on the mind. Oh, my cough is really bad today. If your investigators have the knowledge required, they will offer advice on the best course of action. If this is not the case, they will tell you nothing. Tip: no advice. Shards of some fragile object, now shattered, lie on the ground. Perhaps it is a clue. An unsuitable action makes the mythos clock go faster. Put together. A closer inspection of the fractured object reveals it was a vase. Based on its position, you think it fell from the small table nearby. Since the fragments are free of dust, you deduce it broke recently.
That scream came from upstairs.
Whoa.
That sounds like my voice. I must need help.
What?
Professor? Was that you?
Of course it was. Hurry!
No answer. There must be someone else in the house. I ought to find a weapon.
I can see one on the... Losing sanity. Oh god. Certain events will force a sanity check. Each investigator's mental resistance score determines their chance of success to resist it. When sanity reaches 0, the investigator in question suffers from a trauma, which gives them a penalty. Item found. You found a knife. Close your inventory, press B.
Is this a dagger I see before me? I should hold on to that.
What on earth are you doing with my letter opener?
Alright, let's go find out what happened.
The scream must have come from the other side of this door.
That's my office door.
Ooh. The door for which you heard the professor's scream seems locked. Your reflection gazes back at you from the scrumptiously clean bathroom mirror. Force lock, force open. Let's leave that for now. Oh. Children's toys. Toys are laid out around the room so carefully that you doubt a child has ever touched them. think that's her. Oh no.
Who goeth? Ahem. Who goes there?
I'll ask the questions. Roland Banks, Bureau of Investigation. I'm on the job. Who are you, and what's your reason for being here?
What would a federal agent want with me?
William Yorick, Master Thespian at your service. The good professor requested my presence to discuss a performance of some sort. Judging by the scream we heard, it appears to have begun without me.
Seems like I'm on the right track. Something hinky's going on here.
How's the volume, by the way?
Is Professor Tillinghast a suspect in some crime?
She's only a person of interest. The Bureau has evidence that others are trying to involve her in some shady business. I came to find out what she knows, if
It's
anything.
good? Okay.
Then I heard the scream, too. Seems we need a key to get inside that room.
I wasn't prepared for so many guests today.
I'll help you find that key.
Okay. Let's see. The Fed. Roland has more chance of dealing a critical hit in combat. First met Agent Roland Banks when he visited my home to ask me whether I knew about some strange group of people. He seemed to have little more than vague rumors to investigate. And to be honest, I still don't entirely understand what he was after. Still, he seemed honest, if not open, and has the broad shoulders and quiet confidence one likes to see in a member of the Bureau of Investigation. He certainly appears to be the sort of person one calls for help. Vince's crib, obviously not brand new, but still well cared for. It says move things around. That feels like I would be like doing something bad. So I'm going to leave it all in place. Yeah, especially if you're right, Jay Blair. Especially if like you hear like someone screaming. I think that's cigarettes. I just damaged him. That's not what I meant to do. I wanted to give him the cigarette. What happens if I shook it? Shake. Large chest. You open the chest to find it is full of books. Lying atop them is a single sheet of paper on which is written a recipe for apple fritters. Peel, core, and slice the apples across, but not too thin. Deep fry in batter. Remove one at a time with a fork and drop carefully into the fryer. Remove from fryer when they reach a pale golden brown, then drain. Dust with powdered sugar and serve with a slice of lemon. Banana fritters can be cooked in the same way. How helpful. I believe I just damaged him. I really didn't mean to do that. Alright. This door doesn't lead to where Professor Tillinghast is. This door doesn't lead to where Professor Tillinghast is. Painting of cats. Old ladies tend to like cats, but you do admit it emits a sense of calm. Maybe now that there's two of us, we can just go to the door. No. Maybe we go back downstairs? Door seems locked. Shoe rack contains what you assume are the professor's shoes. Chances are she hasn't left the house. Okay. I'll back up, I guess. I guess we do have to move the stuff around. Apparently, rodent. That's what I'm thinking too. Like, if you hear someone screaming through a door, and there's the Tilgast office key. Okay.
There's a key on this mobile.
Like, you'd think that's warrants kicking the door in to try and help, right?
My files say Tillinghast has no children. If that's true, why would she need a nursery?
The professor always wished for children, even long after she grew too old to have them.
Oh, I can't say it isn't true. I wish people were less prone to idle gossip.
Right. Enemy encounters. You will encounter an enemy as you explore. You can know which room contains enemies as a glow crawls from under the door.
What? Who?
Okay.
An intruder. How many people can I expect to break into my house today?
Who are you?
Listen, pal. You've got some explaining to do.
Come then. I have just the explanation you deserve.
2-on-1, dude. You sure about that? Oh, turn-based combat. Oh god, this looks complicated. Combat is turn-based. Every character acts one after the other without time constraints. The order of each attack is based on their initiative roll at the start of combat and is displayed at the top of the screen on the initiative bar. Each character has 5 action points to spend each turn. Each action has a specific action point cost. Once validated, an action cannot be undone except for movement. My phone didn't tell me you're live. Oh, how dare it. Attack action point costs. There are types of weapons: melee, ranged, and spellbook. Each investigator has a different aptitude with the various weapon types. This aptitude would affect the action points cost of the attack. Okay. Once you're out of action points, you want to end your turn with a specific investigator. You can select the end turn action.
What's going on?
Are you dead?
We'd better have a look inside.
Hold on. Bandage. Something interesting lies atop a small table. Oh, I took it. Okay. Remember, you can reload weapons after each fight. You can reload in the inventory. Okay, it's loaded. Oh!
Who in blazes are you?
Angels and ministers of grace defend us.
Wait. That's me. That is, it's my body.
That's Professor Tillinghast, all right. She won't be telling me much anymore.
We need to stop them.
Okay. Yeah. Apparition. She's a ghost and she doesn't know she's alive. She didn't know she was dead. Is that what you mean? God. Wait, refocus and they moved up in the like order. Through your investigations, you may draw the attention of great old ones. This is called mythos. The mythos clock fills up each time an unsuitable action is chosen during a complex interaction at the end of a full round of combat. When the mythos clock is full, the great old ones will intervene to slow you down. Be on your guard. Didge.
Who were those cloaked figures? This wasn't just a burglary.
You're right about that. Must be connected to my investigation. We better have a look around.
Okay. Damn it! Glyphs on the floor. Large glyph has been painted on the floor, apparently in blood. You're certain Professor Tilligast was deliberately killed above it. What you aren't certain of is why. And you feel the stability of your mind shatter.
An ill sign. That and drawn in blood.
My nice, clean floor.
No,
ruined.
the floor.
That looks like some kind of cult symbol. This ain't a garden variety burglary.
To your horror, you recognize the body is definitely that of Professor Tillinghast. And there is no question she is dead. Let's pat down. Oh, look. Damn it. A deep weeping wound from her abdomen appears to be the cause of death. Judging by the wetness, it appears she was killed recently. You feel the stability of your mind shatter.
Such a brutal death. Even Shakespeare would hesitate to dispatch a kindly old scholar in such a manner.
Despite my age, I had much more to do in life.
She might be like, probably, maybe. Unless she was screaming because she got stabbed.
This wound on her stomach, it looks like she was knifed.
We should be able to put it back together. Reassembling most of the shattered container, you see a flask that probably came from a laboratory. You can make out the printed words: Miska Uni SC Lab. I'm gonna guess, based on my knowledge, Miskatonic University Science Lab.
What's this mess?
Yeah, a broken jar or flask. Can make out a few letters. Miska, Uni, Lab.
Miskatonic University Science Lab.
So smart.
That's simple enough.
The desk drawer is locked. You need to open it before you search inside. Inside the drawer are tucked various notebooks. At a glance, you find nothing related to the murder, but it is clear that Professor Tillinghast was in the habit of recording even trivial events in her life.
Look at these notebooks. Is this the professor's handwriting?
It is, but how would you know?
There's no useful information here. But perhaps Professor Tillinghast kept notes on this material in another location.
We've found everything we're liable to find here. Time to see where the evidence leads us.
And so, my friend set out to discover how I was killed.
Ooh. You drew something? Oh, feel free to like DM it to me if you like. Ow! My wrist. Don't do that if it hurts. Well, it gets really stiff if I don't. You managed to stay sane. Professor Tillinghast was found dead in her own home by what appears to be a member of a cult. What happened? And since you were just an invited guest and you no longer have any reason to be there because you don't feel like solving a murder, you went home and had a beer. It was good. Beer was slightly warm. Right?
Search of my office makes it clear
Oh
you must
my!
visit Miskatonic University. Not only did I work there, but the broken jar came from the university lab.
We have
Did
Beans, you
those
have
strange
competition.
men need it? Whatever the answer, you're sure to find it at Miskatonic.
Hold on. Hold on. Rodent, am I okay to show it? Okay. What do you think, Beans? It's wonderful. I love both of them. I love them both. Thank you so much, Roden. It's very good drawing as well. Didn't know that. There's plenty of me to go around. Okay. I made it at 4 a.m. That's very good. Also, you have a snake tattoo? You search Your search of my office makes it clear you must visit Miskatonic University. Not only did I work there, but the broken jar came from the university's lab. Why do those strange men need it? Whatever the answer, you're sure to find it at Miskatonic. You do? That's awesome. I love tattoos. I love looking at tattoos and stuff. You need to select a group that will continue the investigation to the scenario. Build a group based on the challenges you expect to face in the field. Review the investigator's strengths as needed in the notebook. Well, I guess, I mean... Okay, at the end of the scenario, all the items you have collected on your investigation are stored here. Before heading out again, make sure you have the assigned weapons, accessories, and items for your investigators. Okay, launch scenario.
Welcome to Miskatonic University, home of the prestigious Orn Library, which includes the country's largest collection of occult books. I once studied here as a student, later donning the mantle of professor and passing along all I learned to the next generation of astronomy students. This place was like a second home to me. Perhaps the things I left behind will provide you with clues to the answers you seek.
Okay.
Science and astrophysics are all very well if what you want is a good job. I, of course, prefer the drama department.
Oh, it has changed over the years, but no place feels more like home to me. Not even my little house.
The secretary said Professor Norman Withers could give us access to Professor Tillingast's office. But what do we expect to find?
We won't know until we look.
All right, let's brace this Withers character and find out what's what.
Withers. Oh no. The overlay is available in both exploration and combat by pressing the right trigger. Display by default are statistics affecting your current group mythos trauma conditions. Yeah, that's fine. Trophy shelf. A shelf full of trophies, all inscribed for the Miskatonic Astronomy Club. You wonder what sort of astronomy event results in a trophy. Bulletin board includes a map of the first floor of the Science and Astronomy building, complete with a big red "You are here" arrow. Shot of epinephrine, a real jolt to the system. Okay, sure. A note left on a bench. A student sits on, catches your eye. It reads, "Can't stop thinking about that queer old book with its strange writing. Even holding it in my hands seems to drain my strength, as if it were some sort of vampire sucking away my energy. When Professor Tillingast caught me with it, she confiscated it at once, and I haven't seen it since."
Here's Tillingast's office on the left, Withers to the right. They must have known each other pretty well.
Professor Tillingast's door is locked.
But of course, my friend, academics are no less prone to snooping around each other's secrets. Some have even been known to steal a colleague's research and present it as their own.
We'd better ask Withers for the key.
We could try. In the corridor stands a bookshelf proudly displaying the publications of Miskatonic University. Mounted in this center is a plaque reading Lux in obscuro sumus, or, as Latin readers would translate, we are the light in the darkness.
I say no, Agatha. You will pardon me for saying I have never believed your methods to be the least bit scientific. I refuse to believe that Wilhelmina would have...
Oh, they're talking about me. Norman and I were colleagues for years. So naturally, we addressed each other by our Christian names. You, of course, may call me Professor Tillinghast.
Yes, what is it? How can I help you?
Pardon the intrusion, Professor Withers. We're investigating Professor Tilling's death, and we...
Not again. Can't an old man mourn his friend in peace? Oh, these constant intrusions by reporters and police and garden variety busybodies. As I told your friends earlier, I do not wish to be disturbed.
Listen, pal.
Wait just a moment, Norman. Something tells me these people aren't the same as the others. Look at their eyes. They've seen things beyond the quotidian. Oh, forgive my manners. I'm Professor Agatha Crane, and you seem to know of my colleague, Professor Norman Withers. Something tells me you've seen Wilhelmina, haven't you? That is, Professor Tillinghast.
Agatha, for heaven's sake, stop this nonsense.
No, Professor Withers, she's right. We have seen unusual things. We arrived too late to save Professor Tillinghast. But we've seen evidence that whatever happened to her was unnatural, to say the least.
Why is
We
the
intend to get to the bottom
the
of it.
agent kind of like hunched over?
I told you, Norman, that box could hold more than knickknacks and gewgaws. I, for one, want to see it for myself.
What? Where are you going, you confounded parapsychologist?
To the observatory. Wait here, Norman. I know you won't want to be disturbed further.
Scratching an itch. See, Agatha Crane. Where's the itch? You're short too, and I too showered. You too. Professor Agatha Crane made her reputation in the mathematics and psychology, two fields I would never have expected someone to combine. Surprising us even more, she turned those studies to the outre fields of parapsychology, and the occult. Some of the others might smile at her behind their hands, but I find her stories and speculations highly entertaining, even if they are no more than a bunch of balderdash. Professor Norman Withers stands before you, puffing his cheeks impatiently. I know you wish to search the observatory, but for the life of me, I can't imagine what you expect to find there. Okay. Think we have to go upstairs.
The old observatory. Don't be fooled by its antiquated fixtures, my friends. Of course, the new Gerald Warren Astronomical Observatory is a technological marvel, but I shall always remember this one more fondly. Through these telescopes, I first gazed with wonder at the stars and the vast voids between them.
Locker. After locating the locker labeled Prof. Withers, you find it locked. After applying a little elbow grease and opening the locker, you find a box inside. Right, written in neat letters on the label is the name Professor Tillinghast.
Here is the mysterious box.
The label marks it as belonging to Professor Tillinghast. What are these strange things inside?
This symbol.
I'm gonna end up drawing a. I'm gonna draw something. I'm gonna draw you two kissing in a minute. I swear.
You've seen this symbol in Wilhelmina's room, haven't you? It is similar to the iconography of ancient pagan rituals. Here is proof that Wilhelmina's research went beyond known science and into the realm of the paranormal.
I'll do it.
Many of our colleagues questioned Agatha's unorthodox avenues of research, but none questioned her resolve.
I'm not smart enough to be offended by that.
We must show this to Norman. Only then will he help us.
Okay. Once the pride of the Miskatonic University Astronomy Department, this outdated telescope hasn't seen much use in recent years. Give her a weapon. Book of Restrained. An eldritch phrase that binds the target's limbs, slowing movement. So much clutter fills the desk that it might take a while to find a needle in this proverbial haystack. You decide to open a small top drawer. You should be so lucky. You've found a new item.
Could it be? Yes, these glyphs indicate gestures of power, of magic. This, my friends, is a grimoire, a book of spells. What it is doing at the university, I cannot say, but we mustn't let this opportunity go to waste. We must see whether these spells work.
Who has the best magic? Where's the character sheets? And I'm taller than and older than both of you. Now kiss. Oh, there he is.
Look here, Norman. See the odd things
Not
in
like
these
that.
books of Wilhelmina's? Whatever she was researching, it was far more than that comet.
I don't see what this has to do with her death.
We saw a sign identical to the one on this box in the room where Professor Tillinghast was killed.
I must admit that seems far too unlikely to be mere coincidence. Very well. You have my attention and my help. Wilhelmina left Arkham earlier this year, and I received this box. After hearing no word from her, I became concerned, and I confess, I briefly searched her office for some indication of the purpose of her travel.
Oh, Norman, you dear fool. I was only gone a week. Why did you worry so?
Unfortunately, I couldn't make sense of her notes. They made no sense to me. I did sense a whiff of the occult about them, which I admit made me uneasy.
Working as an ensemble, we're much more likely to succeed. What do you say?
You're right, of course.
Oops.
Yeah, take
Twin
the key to
forces.
Wilhelmina's office. While you have a look in there, I'll pore over these notes again.
What was that sound? It came from next door.
Someone
My office.
breaking in. Oh, her office. Let's go find out. She said it was her office, right? Whoa.
What was that commotion? There's nobody here.
Someone beat us to it. The room's been searched, and recently.
Just look at this mess. Someone has ransacked my office.
Look there. Even the safe is broken open.
Now they're on the lam. We gotta nab them before they get off campus.
Whoever it is must be dangerous. You must protect the students.
But can we... There's a safe in Professor Tinnengast's office. Has been forced open, presumably by the same culprit who ransacked the place. There's nothing left inside. You find a book by the notorious occultist Aleister Crowley, entitled The Treatise of Astrology. Series of notes written in Professor Tinnengast's distinctive hand. They appear to be nothing more than observations on her students, which she apparently liked to a pair of matchmaker. While amusing, the note does not appear useful. You gain 1 sanity. You see Edward Hopper's painting, House by the Railroad. Its stark vertical and horizontal lines, as well as its striking colour palette, seem unsettling in this context. Alright, we gotta fight.
Judging by their clothes, these are the same people who were in the professor's house.
They're the ones who looted her office. Stop them!
Who are these interlopers? Deal with them while the others escape.
Oh. I really lose sanity? No. Six. Nice. Maybe 7. Okay. Strained. During the course of the game, your investigators will see their status affected by various conditions, some positive, some negative. Whenever an investigator is affected, you will receive immediate feedback indicating this condition. This feedback will fade, but the portrait will be displayed and buffed or debuffed icon. Oh, not the double hit. Healed. Damn it. I don't have enough action points. Oh no. Don't bully him. Uh-oh. When the Mythos clock is full, a Mythos event is triggered, resulting in a penalty for the group. Also, your group will need to resist the Great Old One's influence or lose a sanity point. You feel an awful gaze of the Great Old Ones on you. Despair gnaws at your remaining sanity. Increases the chance of failing your next sanity check until the next scenario. Got a crit. Noise.
That scream is coming from down the corridor.
Oh no, the students!
Must be one of those weird burglars. Let's go.
Those weird burglars. Oof. I'm taking hits. Hey! No using that here. Not yet. Not allowed. Bulletin board filled with flyers or for university activities includes the announcement of upcoming home game for the Miskatonic Squids. This door leads to a different department in the university. You wouldn't find any concerning Professor Tilligast there. 3 bullets. Science lab is locked.
That scream came from right around here.
This was Wilhelmina's classroom. It sounds as though some students have locked themselves in.
Who's out there?
Arrest him for his crimes.
It's me, Professor Crane. Are you all right in there?
Ow.
We're safe, but some strange people attacked us. We managed to barricade ourselves inside.
You stay put until we've dealt with them. Did you see which way they were heading?
They ran down the next corridor. Be careful, Professor. They look dangerous.
After we handle those burglars, we should come back here. If this was Professor Tilling's classroom, we might find clues inside.
Okay.
Come here, you.
Help me!
We must protect the students!
We must protect civilians. Some fights will require you protect civilians. Make sure that you protect them. Use items or spells on them if needed.
Help me!
Okay, then run away. Run behind me. Or something. Oh, nice. restrain at least one of them. Ow. Oh. Spellbook allows the investigators to manipulate unfathomable energies. While a spellbook is equipped, the investigators can't use Overwatch. No matter the nature of the spell, some also may have unknown effects on your group or enemies.
Help me!
Fine by me. Hit him twice. Open him. Dude, that strain is coming in clutch.
Help me!
Hell yeah. Killed all three of them.
Are you all right?
Thank you. I think I'll be fine. It's mostly shock.
This was just a diversion. We need to catch up to the men that were in Professor Tillinghast's office.
Damn it. From the Arkham Gazette, Body Vanishes from Cemetery by Gerard White. The Arkham Gazette has learned that a body disappeared from the city cemetery early this morning. Police have questioned a man found on the scene, believing him to be a witness and perhaps an employee of the cemetery. More information and the story unfolds. You lose sanity.
Are you hurt?
No, just bruised. Some men in weird costumes knocked me down.
Which way did they go?
They ran right into that classroom.
Inside you find something. You've found bandages. Filthy. Here we go.
Who are you people?
There they are. They have the professor's things. Get them back.
These fools mustn't stop us. Deal with them.
Oh my god, our sanity. She's not going to be able to... Oh. Randomly healed, yay! Oh, I healed an enemy with a wild cast. Damn it. Oh. How's it gone? Let's take the beating. Should I heal? Oh my god, he has 1 sanity left. Same. Ow. Oh, invisible tendrils intertwine your limbs, slowing you whenever you're in mortal peril. Move distance lowered in combat until the end of the fight. No! Trauma acquired. Self-mutilation. You're the one to blame. You deserve to be punished. You'll do it yourself. Low chance of losing health every few steps. Once an investigator's sanity reaches 0, a trauma will be inflicted on him or her. Your investigator can be affected by up to 3 different traumas simultaneously. 4th trauma will upgrade an existing trauma. If your investigator accumulates too many traumas too quickly, it can change the course of events. These traumas can be purged by leaving the investigator at the office between scenarios. So if I want to get rid of his trauma, I'd need to leave him out of one of the scenarios. Shouldn't have shot that one. Just realized my mistake. Yep. I made an oopsie.
Thus to all tyrants and office burglars. Sounds less grand when I put it that way. Anyhow, let's see what you stole.
Robbing the robbers. It would all seem a bit tawdry if it weren't so poetic.
The unmoving body of one of the strangely garbed intruders. He won't be terrorizing the students any longer. Or perhaps he carried an identification, or better yet, a clue. The man's corpse produces no clues. Lose sanity. The moving body. Oh, okay. You search a search for the corpse turns up a letter from the head of the Department of Science and Astronomy. It grants Professor Tillinghast exclusive use of the science lab for a time. Reading between the lines, you presume that she intended to perform an experiment there. You feel the stability of your mind shatter.
This letter indicates that Professor Tillinghast reserved the science lab for some experiment.
Oh my god. Damn it. From the undead man's pocket, you draw out a telegram addressed to Professor Tillinghast. Alphonse Lenut is the traitor stop. Could pose threat to your life. Stop the herd.
Maybe it doesn't solve the mystery, but now we have a couple more names to go on. Alphonse Lanuit and the herd.
Lanuit.
I don't recognize those names.
Alphonse Lanouille, an unsavory
Lanouille.
character
Okay.
indeed.
These clues might not make sense now, or we might be able to connect them to others later.
You remember that lovely time on the beach when the sun was shining? Oh, your mind's wandering off again. Initiative slightly lowered. It's not the worst thing in the world.
I think that's all they took.
We should return to Wilhelmina's classroom and tell the students the way is clear.
That's the case. Let's check the classroom. If it was
Oh, I didn't mean to click. Sorry. Oh dear. Top of podium is an outline for a talk on autumn constellations, including Andromeda, Aquarius, Capricorn, Pegasus, and Pisces. Satchel in the style of a student's bag. Satchel in the style of a student. You have found a new item, Spirit Anthem, a ceremonial knife that protects the wielder from evil magic. A packet of cigarettes. Calm the nerves. Oh no, solve the case. No. You've discovered a record of comet sightings since the dawn of astronomy. Some of these comets won't return for another 10,000 years. Interestingly, Wilhelmina Tillinghast is listed as one of its borrowers. That was 15 years ago. Marble bust of a distinguished-looking man. The plaque is inscribed James Irwin, President, Miskatonic University. A note. A note on the table, most likely written by a student. 1 pint split peas, 1 carrot, 1 turnip, 1 onion, 3 teaspoons of dried mint, 2 pints of stock, pepper and salt, 1 teaspoon of pea powder. Soak the peas for 24 hours, then drain. Put into the stock and bring to boil. Add the chopped vegetables and simmer for 2 to 3 hours. Rub through a wiry sieve. Thicken with pea flour and bring to a boil again. Season to taste. Served with dried mint and fried croutons. A trophy shelf. Something else catches your eye. Straining, you finally reach just far enough to grab them. 5 bullets. And a pocket watch. Is this a cooking sim? The steady ticking of this watch reassures you that everything will be alright. Mythos clock drops to 0. That's good. We could use that when it gets near like the end again. Student is bruised and otherwise unharmed. In thanks for your help, he gives you a gift. You have found a new item, a medical book. Handbook of modern medical practices, good for brushing up on your skills at healing. Healing performed bonus +2. Forgot what I'm gonna do now. Cigarettes. You try to open the door to Professor Tillinghast's classroom. You feel a heavy resistance. Seems those inside have barricaded the door. Are they gone? Calls a timid voice of the student.
It's all clear, students. We've taken care of those brutes.
Thank you, Professor.
Let's make sure everyone is unhurt. Then let's have a look around this classroom.
This locked display case is full of rocks, some with extraterrestrial origins. A small telescope pointed out the window and towards another window. Whoever used it last was a peeping Tom. Resting on a straightened back wooden chair is a notable item. A bandage. Dirty bandage, actually. The handwriting in this letter is difficult to make out, and the sentences go on and on. Deciphering the note, you find it describes astronomical observations by one of the Professor Tillingar's students. A number of sequential dates are crossed off without notes, as if the professor missed several classes. Note atop the desk outlined the way ancient cultures regarded the constellations, presumably the most recent topic addressed in this room. Student, with your gentle guidance, the student begins making sense. I'm one of the Professor Tillingarst's research assistants. Lately, the professor has been working on a project of her own. When I asked her about it, she said it was a project too advanced for me. I guess I was a little insulted, so I spied on her. I saw her look through a book in the third bookcase from the back of the library. The one with all the dictionaries and encyclopedias. She seemed impatient for results, if only she'd let me help. Thanks for your help, says the young woman. When asked about Professor Tillingarst, she says, she's been spending a lot of time in the library lately. I noticed she keeps a book in her bag. I didn't notice the title, but I saw the author's name was Y. Page. If you can find that book, it might tell you what she was researching. Oh, sanity. A student looks nervous, perhaps shaken by whatever he read in the paper. Have you heard? He asks. Professor Tillingarst's body disappeared from the cemetery. The only witness is Albert Hatcher, the gravekeeper. Whatever he saw drove him mad. What could it be?
Professor Tillingarst's body vanished from the cemetery? How ghastly.
Who on earth would steal my corpse? It must have been grave robbers, of course. It isn't as though I could have leapt up and walked away.
This Albert Hatcher is our only witness. We should visit him when we're done here.
I have talked to this person. Young woman who was hiding in the classroom says she was one of the Professor Tillingarst's students. While she still appears frightened, perhaps you can coax more information out of her. To get an answer, we need to know the right question. As you question the student, she says, a few months ago, the professor asked me to return a book to the library. I returned it without looking at what it was. All I remember, that it was a large yellow book. The plot thickens. The plot. Lady. The plot chickens indeed. Listen, chat. I'm thinking of ending the stream here. I know it was very short. Or I could keep going if you guys are interested in this. The only thing I was gonna do is just like have a power nap for an hour. But yeah, so the idea behind what my title is, A to Z, of unplayed games, is I was gonna go through each letter of the alphabet and play a game. I can't tuck you in. I'll play a game from each letter of the alphabet that I have owned but never gotten around to playing. Now, we can move on to B, or if you guys are interested in continuing this game, we can keep playing it. And then we'll get to B when we get to B. But, you know, let me know what you think. Let me know if you want, like, a poll or, like, a Discord poll of, like, if you want to see this again, or if you're cool to, like, move on to, say, like, see what the B game would be. Because we could also just go through one stream of each game and then, like, make a list of, like, you know what? That's a good idea. I think I'm going to go with something like that. We're going to go through from A to Z, right? And then I'll make a tier list of the games played, and then we can, like, kind of talk about it on stream one time and see what most we want to have a go at. So, a sneak peek, I guess, for you guys would be to look at my games listed B. Okay. We've got ones that I haven't played. Back to the Future. Balatro. The Banner Saga 2. Bard's Tale games. Battle Station Specific. Battle Toads. Beasts of Maraville. Great Scott! Bee Simulator. Before I Forget. Ben 10. Ben 10 Power Trip. The Big Con. Big Crown Showdown. Blasphemous. Bleeding Edge. Blinks. Blizzard Arcade. Bloodstained Curse of the Moon. Bluey, the video game. Yeah, I got a Bluey, the video game. Botany Manor. Broken Age, Broken Mind. Bro-tato. And that's it for the ones of B. So it looks Bluey. It looks like Bluey's winning. So Bluey's made you cry. Bro-tato's fun. Oh, it's one of these. Okay. Ooh, Cthulhu. So it looks like Bluey. Play a brand new story set across 4 interactive adventures. Explore iconic locations, play your favorite games from the TV show, and also play with your friends and family in local multiplayer. Oh, that sucks.
Ooh, what's this? Ooh, treasure.
Oh, girls, you don't want to spend your holidays looking for Dad's old junk.
Yes, we do.
Well, this is only one piece of the map. We'd need to find the other 2 pieces from your Uncle Rad and Uncle Stripe so we know where to look.
Okay. Now, I've never watched it, but I'm mostly memeing. Hey, you know what? It might be a meme stream. So, yeah, that'll be Bluey. I think we'll go Bluey as the next game then. So, we'll play Bluey. But yeah, I was going to stick it out, but honestly, I am getting a little bit tired, and you know, I figured a power nap would be in order. And hey, some of you hanging out in Genie's stream right now may have, you know, already noticed kind of thing. All I'd say is just wait, just let her announce it, you know, like people will post it, I'm sure, but like it'll be nice to and I'm just gonna send you over there. Have fun. I'm gonna have a little nap, and I'll see you later for some Fallout 4.